All right, well, I will go ahead and get started with the way that I scalp 0-day
Zero DTE.
0-day SPX contracts while I'm watching a SPY chart. Now, obviously, I've got a lot more indicators going on. Like what you're seeing right now is just condensed, just what you need for trading. I've usually got a bunch of stuff over here on the left-hand side, VIX, ES, everything like that. Holy fuck, that's a crazy-ass candle.
Hey, you want to know what I've been using lately that I love?
What's that?
The Bollinger Bands.
Oh, Bollinger Bands?
Yeah.
I started on Bollinger Bands, and now I'm kind of getting back to them.
I just added it in there. I like it.
Yeah, I kind of wish this was on my PC, to be honest with you, so I could show you everything that I'm using. But I use EMA clouds.
Oh, you like the clouds too?
I like the clouds.
Yeah.
I love clouds.
Clouds are good for SPX scalping.
9.1.
As soon as it touches the top of that cloud, boom, short it.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're in a trend. But anyway, I mean, the whole purpose of this is to really show you active trader, which is on the right-hand side. I'm kind of lighting it up right now, going up and down through it. Now, what this...
One question.
Yeah.
And this, I know somebody else is going to want to know this. Why do you scalp SPX using SPY's chart?
Because SPY's chart shows me volume. SPX doesn't.
I got you.
That's why I use SPY's chart. That's my thing, and SPX just doesn't show volume. So whenever I see big volume bars like this one right here, I mean, it's just a good, it's good to see confluence with all the other things that you're seeing on the chart.
But let me give you this tidbit though. You can look at the order books on SPX and see.
Hold on. We have to mute. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, you can always pull up time and sales right here. Look at that too.
Hey, whoever's on the phone, whoever called in, can you mute yourself? Please mute the phone.
Okay. So, although Clayton uses the SPY chart to do his SPX scalping, you guys that are on the call know what I like to do is see how many orders are building up at each strike, because typically the market maker will go and try to take the price to wherever the most liquidity is.
Where the liquidity is.
If there's a shit ton of liquidity on SPX 10 points down and there's really nothing up, then my expectation is he's going to take it 10 points down.
Yep.
That was all I wanted to say.
100%. And there's actually an even better tool for that we can show later. I have not been... So I've been experimenting with it. It's called Bookmap. You've probably seen it. It looks all crazy.
I hate Bookmap only because it just looks nuts.
It
you
does.
Start seeing big giant circles everywhere.
It looks crazy, but it also shows you where that liquidity is resting. Just like you're saying, like price is going to gravitate to the nearest polarity if there's not news, if there's not volume. So like you're saying, yes, when there's liquidity on the board, there's not things moving it. We're out of the IB session, then yeah, things just gravitate toward liquidity, like you said. So
hey guys, how do you tell whether something's gravitating towards liquidity? Like, what is that representation within the trade window?
So here on this trade window, you're not seeing any of that. You can look at level 2, which right now I'm also on demand on Thinkorswim, so I'm not sure if a lot of these functions are working well, but level 2 is also a good indicator. Looking at, buy side, ask side. Buy side, ask side. This is where people want to buy it. This is where people want to sell it, right? And so here, this is just a numbers game. Where are the largest numbers? This would kind of tell you where liquidity is sometimes. I don't use level 2 on Thinkorswim. Honestly, I trade kind of just like this. Sometimes I look up time and sales just to see real time, how many how many shares are being bought at what price. Is it, is it bullish? Is it neutral? But honestly, I trade this screen just right here. I trade this screen all by itself, pretty much. I have different indicators, but I pretty much just trade this screen. And all I'm doing with Active Trader is I'm looking for my levels of confluence to hit. I don't have all the EMAs that I normally have on here. Normally I have the 9 and the 21. But if I zoom out a little bit, you can see that we're definitely in a bullish pattern here on SPY. Or I mean a bearish pattern, I'm sorry. Definitely in a bearish pattern. Now we did break out a little bit here from a trend line that I drew. But I'm waiting for confluence, and whenever I see my confluence, and the whole exercise here is to show you guys how to use this Active Trader over here on the side, because this tool right here has been, honestly, it's been like it's been a game changer for me. Being able to get in and out of contracts as fast as possible without looking at price and trying to, I mean, you can try to bid it, but when you see a big move happen, I mean, like this move right here, if you saw this first big red candle come and then you saw this candle come and you just want to join it and get into it as fast as possible.
My bad. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
That's really what Active Trader helps you do, is just join quickly. You know, you can scalp it. Sometimes you get the whole move, sometimes you get part of it, but as long as you're making money, I mean, that's all that really matters. And so this ladder over here is basically showing price action of the option contract that I want to look at. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking at SPY, right? Normally I have a little chart up of SPX, so I'm looking at the different numbers because the numbers are a little bit off, right? So we're sitting at 398, almost 399. So if I come over here to trade, this is where I put in what ticker I want to see option contracts of. SPY, SPX, whatever you're doing. Then once you find, 1 out the money, 2 out the money, 3 out the money, whatever your preference is, I'm leaning bearish because the day's been bearish overall. So I'm going to right click this contract. I like it, the 39.85. And I'm going to come down here to send to, and I'm going to send it to blue because that's what I have my Active Trader pinned at under charts. So if you go to charts, like this is my little Active Trader tab, and I can totally close out of this if you guys want to see how to set this up real quick.
You set up whatever you want to set up, Clayton, as long as you promise me when you're done I can get back what I had.
Yeah. So here's your normal chart on Thinkorswim. This is what you're used to seeing day in, day out, right? This is your normal chart right here. If you want to add, you can add multiple screens. You can add so much stuff. It's very customizable. But just to add an Active Trader, come up here to the top right, right below that top line where you go to all your different stuff, and make it two screens, okay? And then on this screen, go ahead and set it to blue or whatever color you like. You can set it to red, yellow, blue, whatever. But all of your other screens, they can all be linked. So you need to make sure that you don't have your other stuff linked. So I set it to blue. It's my color for whatever reason. I'm not a crypt though.
He's from the south side.
But anyway, once you set it to blue, it immediately defaults to chart. And since I had set it earlier, that option contract to go to blue, it defaulted on that. It wanted to go to chart and go to blue. Anyways, it should be blank whenever you first set it up. It still held that for whatever reason. Anyway, blue, take off the chart. I just want to use Active Trader. That's all I want to see on this right-hand side. Because I want to scalp price action as fast as I can during the market. Okay? Now this here, you probably want to go to configure and put in what you want, what you don't want. You can have buy market. Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff you can put in here. Me personally, I have cancel all buy, cancel all sell, and then I have quantity with buttons. That's what I have right here. Quantities with buttons. Okay, so I can hit, I want one contract, I want 3, I want 5, I want 10, I want 20, whatever. And then I toggle auto send on. So as soon as I hit it, it auto sends. And you're really gonna have to play around with this for a little bit until you figure out how you want to see things right here. Once again, this is on demand, so we're missing a lot of information here. We're missing volume, and the spreads are not tight. You can see the spreads, the ask is way over here, the bid's way over here. It's not like that during intraday. They're on top of each other. Once a big move happens, then it does jump. And usually you can actually front run some of those big jumps before the option contract has time to change price. That's really what I do. That's kind of really my edge. Like big volume, big jumps in price. I'm just, and basically what you do, so let me make sure I have that option contract on here again. So I'm going to find that option contract that I want. Oh, I hate that thing. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to go to blue, go back to charts. So now that option contract that I want to trade is over here in active trader. Again, the ask and the bid are not where they're supposed to be. They would normally be right on top of each other, especially with this price action that we're seeing right here on the chart. It's pretty low. Nothing's really happening.
I thought on that instant replay thing, it shows you what was going on live throughout the day.
It shows charts. It shows a lot of data, but not all the data. So
Okay.
we're definitely missing some data. I would love to do this live sometime.
You just say the day, buddy.
And maybe I can. Yeah. But anyways, so if I think that we've kind of topped out right here on this little bull run that we've got, I'm going to wait for another test of it so I can hit a reversal, or I'm just waiting for a big move. Either way, I mean, I can switch the calls pretty quick. But the idea of this, let's say for instance, I'm thinking once it hits this line, I'm going bear, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit whatever however many contracts you like to, trade at a time. We're at 300 right now. We're at 380. So I'm going to say like 5 maybe. But anyway, what you do is this is the buy. And I wish this was tighter so you guys could see it in real time. But they're off. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and buy because I saw that big red ass candle. So you put your buy below the bid. Put your buy below the bid. And imagine that 441 is the ask and 442 is the sell. Imagine that for a second. Once you swipe up through the bid, the ask, and the mid, and you swipe up through it, it will give you your best fill that you can get without doing a market order, without waiting for it to hit your bid, without waiting for it to hit your ask. If you set your buy below, so I'm going to cancel all again. If you set your buy below, and let's just say that the mid is right here, 441, and the ask is right here, and this is what it looks like intraday. It will. Trust me. You swipe up through that, you will immediately get filled pretty much at the mid, especially on a candle like this. There's not a lot of volatility. It's not huge one way or the other. You will get filled right in the mid, right? And so let's just assume that that does get filled. Once price starts moving crazy and you want to get out, you do the same thing, but you set your sell above the ask, like up here, like, oh shit, I think that this is going to reverse on me because I'm actually selling puts right now.
What are you doing selling this, bro?
Well, it's just because it's not going to fill my order because it's on demand. But the same thing with the sell is you set it above the ask and you swipe down through and you'll get out instantly too, usually at the mid, pretty close to the mid. And that's pretty much how active trader works, man. I wish the data was a little bit better because you'll see volume start to spike here And in a situation like this, when reversals are happening, you'll start to see a little volume bar right here start kind of filling up. You'll start to see volume pouring in if that is really the direction a lot of people think that it's moving. But this gray highlight shows you where the mid is. Your red highlight way up here shows you where the ask is. This one shows you where your buy is. And I would just say, just watch this intraday. If you're really listening to this, watch this intraday and you'll see what I mean. These are next to each other. I mean, they're one's up here, one's over there. They're right on top of each other pretty much all day during this volatility. Once you get a big candle move, yes, it jumps. And it does get a little crazy on how to get out. You know, I would keep a sell. If you're configuring this for the first time, I would keep a sell market. Just in case you get kind of worried. That way you can get out quickly. But yeah, that is pretty much how I use Active Trader. But really the big trick is setting below the... Man, I got that one wrong. I'm about to get stomped. Oh, it took it. Oh, no, I'm going to cancel it. Cancel.
What are you doing over
Cancel all. It's on demand, so it's like, it's pick money or whatever. But really the key is whenever you're watching this and you just want to jump in on a play like you saw this big green one, I mean, you still could make money on that and you could watch it go halfway through because option contract price hasn't updated to the stock, to the actual stock price. You still could have made money on this candle, on this fucked up looking candle right here. You still could have made, I don't know, 5% maybe on a little scalp. If you really thought it was going that way on a call.
Clayton, around here, sir, we don't play unless we think we can get 100%, sir.
Man, I'd love to get 100%. Look at that next fucking candle. Look, there it goes. That's the one you just want to put right here. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
We bought some.
Uh-oh.
I'll buy more. Fuck it. How many do I have? Jesus. I gotta see how many I got.
Oh shit.
Alright, so I got 5. Holy fuck, I don't even know which one's mine.
Oh
5,
shit.
10, 15? I
You're
guess I got
scared.
We're going
15.
to edit that out.
I got 15 contracts here now, I guess.
Don't worry, I ain't even got enough money.
But
to
anyway,
count
whenever
reason.
when you actually get to Jesus, that's a big stick.
Yeah.
But
You know,
when you actually
all the way down, we did.
when you get a position, this is what it looks like. So I'm glad that actually worked. But anyway, when you get a position, that's what it looks like. And this is the kind of crap that I'm playing. I wish the spreads were tighter to show you what it actually looks like intraday. But I would, if you're interested in this, go look at this intraday and watch Active Trader, and you'll see what I mean. Like, we're up on this one already. And so you can see here's my buy. There's a bid, there's an ask. The mid somewhere in here, like 385, whatever. So I'm making $10 a contract right now. And one of the things that I do, like managing a position like this, is I set my stop up here outside of price. And if I see that crazy green candle trying to bring it all the way back up, I hover it right above my entry price, that 375 right there, that 375. I hover right above it. I might have jumped out on this green candle and just put the stop right there. But the key really is when you set that sell, it has to be above the ask. You have to set your sell above the ask and drag it through, and you will normally get the mid. Now, when you've had a big price action like this, you usually do have to wait for the options contract to update. Holy crap, I'm getting smoked. But this on demand stuff sucks. See, I don't even know where the bid or the ask is anymore. I can't find them. Yeah, I wish the price was tighter. This was more realistic, because this is not realistic at all. But I still would have got out of that play with the profit, as you could see. But that's how Active Trader works. It's all about buying It's all about setting your buy below the bid. Let me find it. There's the bid. Oh my goodness. See, it's still
Hey.
above it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
See how you have that big red candle, and then you have the green candle to the right of it?
Yeah.
And the volume is somewhat higher than it was before that red candle, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you see that it was going back in other direction as far as liquidity in the options chain?
For these scalps, I'm not really looking at liquidity until we get to that point in the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right here, I wouldn't be looking at it. This green candle, I would have jumped out on. Once it got like right here, probably. I would have been out. If it jumped up that fast, that quick, I'm out. And I'm selling it.
No, what if, I'm saying if you were, the other way around, like, you didn't get puts, you saw that dip,
Mm-hmm.
and then you saw it turning back around. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
The first green candle, would it have shown liquidity enough, would it have shown enough, I guess,
Liquidity for
indication
me
on
to
that
change my
active
mind?
trader to see it was going back in other direction?
Yeah, if I was looking at that time, I'm pretty sure you probably could have seen this liquidity because, I mean, that's 20. Yeah, you would have seen this liquidity on, say, like Book Maps or where are you looking at liquidity on?
Dude, I got a guy that's all he does non-stop is freaking
Throughout the day?
message exactly where the liquidity is at. Just
Where it's
non-stop.
resting. Because it changes. Like sometimes.
Oh yeah, because I'll get messages too. Like there's 400 stacked here, and
Mm-hmm.
then it could be 30 seconds later, order got pulled at 400.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that might be a better way to use it.
because I hate looking at book maps.
Yeah.
I hate looking at book maps.
But once you find out where those liquidity spots are, I mean, if you knew that there was liquidity right here, it probably would have been better to wait for it to enter this zone and buy calls right here. Honestly. So yeah, that's another way that you could be using or you could be using Active Trader. Yeah, I'm kind of listening to a guy throughout the day about liquidity as well.
Yeah,
And so I'm not really watching it.
dude, it controls the market more than
Mhm.
anything else.
Yeah.
More than anything else, when it comes to SPX, the liquidity totally controls the market. You want to know what stock sucks playing options on? MicroStrategy. That thing is a monster to play options on, dude.
I bet.
And when you hit so hard, but it's hard.
Yeah.
All right. I know there's got to be some questions out there. Ask away, whatever you've got, so we can try to help you out.
Yeah, and again, I apologize that this Active Trader does not look like this intraday.
Yeah, during the day, you
it
get
doesn't.
way more data flying everywhere.
And I hope that I can do a live session one day to show you guys. But really the key to this whole thing is buying down here and swiping up through it. And that gives you a really good feel if you just want to get in that trade right then. Same thing on the sell. You set it above the ask. The ask is at 611. I'm setting it up here. And I'm just kind of hovering and waiting. If it keeps moving my way, then I delete it. And I let it move my way, and then I set a real stop, well above my bid price.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
yeah, if you guys got any questions, I mean, what do you guys got?
I mean, excuse me for the stupid question.
There's no stupid questions, damn it, dong, not white or black shin.
As long as you're
This is
not my
real stupid.
son, there's no stupid questions.
Active Trade Pro. I mean, I have Thinkorswim, so I can have access to that.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
on Thinkorswim.
It's
you
on
want to walk
Thinkorswim.
them through how you get
Yeah.
there?
You want to see how to get it real quick?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back down to one screen, which is probably, I'm hoping that this is similar to what you're looking at every day. Anyways, on your main chart screen, or your flexible grid, both of them, you can do it the same way. Hit this little button right here. It's your main screen, and you can pick how many screens you want. Now for this exercise, I'm just putting 2 over here so that I can get an additional screen over here. Now all you're doing is getting an additional screen over here. You have to set it up for what you want to see, okay? So right now, it's not linked to anything. If I type in a symbol, it'll show me it'll show me an SPX chart if I type in SPX. But what I want this screen to do is I want this screen to show me an option contract that I'm looking at, okay? So I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna link it to a color. There's a little button right next to where you would put in your ticker, say SPY. There's a little button like this. Looks kind of like a belt or, hell, I don't know, symbol link. Anyways, I'm going to link this to a color. I choose blue for whatever reason. I'm not a crip. Go to trade. So trade is where you see your option contracts. If you haven't explored this, all your different expiries, and you got to type in your ticker here. You know, if you want to, you can do this on anything. I trade SPX 0 DTEs while watching a SPY chart. So that's what I'm showing you. So I'll go into November 28th because it's 0 DTE, and go couple out the money whichever way I think we're leaning. You can change it really fast, so it doesn't really matter. And then I'll right click that option contract, the 3980 expiring today. And then once you right click, you'll get this menu all the way down at the bottom, send. You can send, and basically that SPX W22, that's the option contract. You can send that to another screen. So I'm going to send it to blue because that's where I have it set up. And it's actually showing me a chart of this option contract. This is actually another good thing to look at, whenever we're chopping sideways and everything. You'll start to see that they just bounce one way or the other. But anyway, I don't want to see the chart. So I'm going to click chart, get rid of it. Then I'm going to click active trader here on the ladder on the right hand side. And then it's going to give me that screen that I want to see. And now the spreads are fucking getting tighter. Finally. This still doesn't look like normal. But anyway, you will have to go in and configure your active trader to the way you want to see it. So this little cogwheel right here, you can put in buy the ask, sell the bid, buy market, sell market. You can do all that stuff. I leave sell market on just in case I cannot get filled for whatever freaking reason. I want that on. I don't want hardly any of this other stuff on, reverse, flatten. But I do want cancel all buy, cancel all sell. Because I do this a lot during the day. Cancel all buy, cancel all sell. So whenever I set something to buy, I can cancel it quick, or I can cancel my sell quick. But that's how you get active trader working on your second screen, which this grid is kind of flexible too. You can set it up however you want to do it. But next to your main screen, whatever you're watching and whatever you're trading, as far as options go, you want your price chart here and you want your options chart here. That's how I have mine set up. Did that answer your question?
Thank you so very much.
Did I get all your question answered for that one? How to set it up?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It will, and you need to play with it. I would definitely recommend, if you've got Thinkorswim, go on the paper trading platform, play around with it a little bit, see how it works, see how you like it. Now, do realize that the fills that you get on paper trading might not be the same fills you get regular trading. FYI.
FYI number 2, whenever you see these people on social media posting that they made $1.35 million in a day trading SPX, and they literally made $1,350,000, they're lying their ass off paper trading because nobody ever has an even number at the end of the day.
Now, I will say that this is, for Thinkorswim, Active Trader, I've gotten the best fills on Active Trader.
Yeah.
And so what happens sometimes, like this big red candle right here, that big red candle, if you're on Active Trader in paper trading, it'll like, let me find the mid. So there's your buy, there's your buy and your sell. Where's the mid at? So yeah, the mid's at 5. And your buy and sell's way up there at 6. Like, if you try to buy this red candle as it was going down, and let's just say the mid was at 5, like sometimes you'll get filled at like 480 or something stupid. Like you'll get filled way low. So don't trust everything you see in Active Trader. I would definitely use Active Trader. I would try to time reversals. Maybe like this VWAP tap, like wait for a VWAP tap and try to get in on VWAP tap. And that will be more realistic to actual trading. Like it will feel you more like real trading, just FYI. But I would definitely go look at and try to use the paper trading option of this just to get familiar with active trading and how it feels. And who was that asked that question?
Dong Shin?
Dong Shin?
Yeah, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to, because I have Thinkorswim, but I don't know if you remember this, Anthony. I have the kindergarten version where it's real easy.
Uh-huh.
So I got to contact them and get the version that you guys have, so that way I can do exactly what you guys just did. Because I just looked up my settings and I can't pull up Active Trader or multi-screen or any of that stuff. Like I said, I got the kindergarten version.
Do you have a TD Ameritrade account?
Yes.
If you have a TD Ameritrade account, all you should have to do is go to their main website, download the full version, and log in with your normal credentials.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, perfect.
You should.
So not necessarily on Thinkorswim, just the TD Ameritrade.
Well, no.
On the main account.
I would. If you have a TD Ameritrade account, you can access your funds through Thinkorswim. So you should be able to go download the full version of Thinkorswim.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna look for it.
When you find it, Dong, when you find it, post the link to Trading Options 101 portfolio, so I could just double check and make sure that what you got is right.
Yeah, you should.
Perfect.
Well, I can't
Perfect.
show another.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, you can.
So I'm looking at my kindergarten version, and I do see an Active Trader. It was kind of small, so I couldn't see it. But yeah, I'll take a picture of it. Mine is totally different, like I said.
On dongs, instead of drawing trend lines, it gives you Crayolas.
That's awesome. I kind of like that. So can you see this
I'll
web
send you guys
browser?
a picture of it. It's pretty, I mean, it looks so elementary. Like I said, the version that I have. And like when I do the calendar or butterfly spreads, I mean, it seems to me that it's a lot simpler for me. But, you know, everybody has their own way of doing things. But
Whatever.
yeah, I'll send you guys a picture of it right now, and I'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah, whatever works, man.
Yeah. So can you, Don? Can you see this web browser that I have up over the trading screen right now?
Let me see. I was on the call.
Or yeah, you can tell me. I can't see it.
No, you can't.
Ah. So
You're trying to bring another window up? I can't see it.
why does Zoom? Why don't I see the Zoom thing? It's weird. Oh no! Now I see it. Now I see it. Okay.
Okay. Here's what they're seeing. Here, you can put that in front of you.
Okay.
The whole time.
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Cool.
But there's what they're seeing.
All right, now I can see it. Okay, cool. So if I go new share, here you go. Dong, just for you, should be able to just Google Thinkorswim and go to Thinkorswim desktop and download now. And if you have TD Ameritrade, you can log in with those same credentials once you download the software.
We didn't see what you were trying to click around on. I think you're sharing that one window with TD Ameritrade.
There we go. Hang on.
Yeah,
My
that's
bad.
it.
All right.
Clayton, look right in front of you.
Man, I got contact over here. I don't even really smoke that much. So anyway, I just Google Thinkorswim, and you should be able to find this Thinkorswim desktop. Go there and download it. And like I said, if you have a TD Ameritrade account, your credentials should work to open a new account. Yeah. And just FYI, if you do go paper trade for a little bit, all the settings, all the cool stuff that you set up and you save as a workspace, like the active trader, your EMAs, your chart type, everything like that.
Clayton, look in front of you, bro. No, there you go.
Once again,
let me help you out, man.
they don't.
Okay, look in front of you now.
It
Look in
doesn't.
front of you now. All right.
It doesn't transfer. So all the workspaces that you create in paper trading does not transfer to live trading. So just FYI, that's kind of one of the big pains in the ass with Thinkorswim.
But you can set it up though, right?
No, you can definitely set it up.
Yeah.
But
So I mean, it doesn't. It takes 5 minutes to write down all the settings you use and then put them on a study. No?
no,
What do you mean no?
no, I could spend. Honestly, I could spend like 30 minutes. Like if I wanted to set up yours, like your Thinkorswim, the way I have mine set up,
Yeah.
I could spend like 30 minutes getting this.
That's because you like to look at the thing with 5,000 lines like you're looking at the Matrix.
No. But yeah, so they're starting to get a little tighter, but it's still way off.
Is there any more questions? I'm gonna fly through doing calendars and butterflies real quick. I'll switch seats.
Yeah.
This is gonna be real quick because we already got plenty of videos out there doing calendars and butterflies, but I figure I'll just put it in this presentation as well since we're recording it. All right. So, let's open up some plays from Dan the Man. Yeah. Here we go. Alrighty. So, I've got one play here from Dan. Scaled in the SPX December 19th, 16th, 39.50 put calendar. So we would go to trade. We're already on SPX. We'd pull up one of those two dates, December 19th and 16th. If there's an AM option, don't ever choose the AM option. This has an AM option. You see, here's December 19th here. There's only one option, and on the 16th you have a regular one, and then you have an AM. Never choose the AM options, okay? So we're gonna go to the 19th and the 39.50 puts. We just scroll down to 39.50. Puts are on the right, calls are on the left. Tells you here, calls, puts. Right click, 39.50. Scroll over buy. Scroll over calendar. Here, let's just say we want to get 4 of these. Okay. And we got to change the dates here to December 19th on top, 16th on bottom. We check our price, $3.30. What did they buy these at? That's beautiful because we just bought these the other day at $1.80 and they're already at $3.30. And this is a potential 16-1. So it's still got a long ways to go. All you got to do from here, if you wanted the 4, is hit confirm and send and hit send. Boom, you would buy 4 and you would be spending $13.40. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here. If you want to analyze the trade, oh yeah, I left that for you, buddy. If you want to analyze the trade, you would right click here and go to analyze trade. And then let's get rid of, whoa, what is all this? I need bigger, Clayton. Okay, there we go. What is, huh?
Look at the screen. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm actually using it, buddy. I'm like a tech genius right now.
I'm not a big tech guy.
All right, so here's the 3950 put that we were just looking at. Clayton's choking over here on the Shiba Weeba. And you can see right at the top of the tent, if you look at the bottom left-hand side here, the blue number is at expiration. So max profit you can make would be $4,860. And that's buying it right now from $325. We bought it at $1.80, and we can get $4,800 off of a $180 contract. So this is how you analyze to see what's possible. And then the magenta line is at today's price. If you want to move that magenta line because you want this to get closest to that number at expiration, so as more days go by you make more money. If you want to move the magenta line right here where it says date, you could just click on it, and so these expire on the 19th and the 16th. So let's look the day before expiration on the front leg, the 15th, and look at how much higher that thing's moved. Now you're getting, oh, you know what? I'm looking at 4, so everything's magnified by 4. That seemed like too much. Now it makes sense. Okay, so the price I gave you earlier was for 4 contracts, so apologies on that. So, one contract here, 325. $19th and 16th. And changes to the 14th. So every day that I change this, notice how the magenta line gets higher and higher. Normally, when you're trading an option, so here we are today, and then every day decay happens, and volatility happens, and normally decay works against you when you're holding, just buying an option, a call or a put. Every day closer to expiration, you're getting theta burn and it's decaying. Well, in this case, the more that happens, the better it is for you. So this is how you analyze a calendar. Now we're gonna click out of all, delete all this, trade. We're gonna go look at butterflies. Trade. All right. So butterfly is a different ball game than this. All you're trying to do on a butterfly is pin it at the middle strike by expiration date. So
I'm sorry, I should have stopped you before.
Yeah, what's up?
Did you say on your 3950 per contract was $13?
No, dollar. Oh, you mean like to see what it can expire at?
No. I'm saying what it's worth right now.
Oh no, what it's worth right now is $380. So $380 a contract, I think it was, and we just bought them for like $1.80.
Well, because my 3950 expiring December 19th and December 16th, when I say, hey, I'm going to close it out, or what, if I want to close it out, it's saying it is only $1.75 per contract.
Okay, well, I'm not looking at one of the problems, Dong, is I'm not looking at live quotes here. I mean, the market's closed.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha,
that could be a big part of the problem.
Okay.
And we're looking at.
I didn't get the wrong ones.
Well, yeah. I'm looking right now. Look, the price is moving right now, and sporadically because the volume is so thin right now. I just watched it move from 260 to 320 to 380. Now it's at 315. So you could trade SPX right now if you want.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's so thin, you get absolutely murdered. It's crazy. You should just be trading ES futures.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever said that, but this is on-demand data. So this is actually November 28th, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That's what you're actually looking at, and so it was just the best thing we could do to try to get some price action happening.
So yeah, I'm not even looking at the right stuff. Then how do I get rid of this on demand? Just click on it.
You want to click on that.
Yeah. Right click or just click?
No, just click on it.
I did.
Yep. So now it's off.
No,
No,
it's
you
on?
turn it back on.
Hold on. Okay, let's get rid of this
Now
junk.
you gotta turn it off. There you go.
Perfect. All right. Monitor.
Yeah, this whole on-demand thing's pretty cool. Like, if you could use real money and just go back in time and buy calls and puts, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be a little too easy. All right.
Yeah.
Let's find a butterfly play from Dan. Butterflies.
Does it say live data up there in the top left? What's it
Real time data.
Yeah, real-time data. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 10K portfolio. All right, let's see a butterfly. LRCX. Here we go. Here's a butterfly right here. This is for December 2nd. All right, so here's a trade on LRCX. And the trade is for December 2nd. And it's 455, 465, 475 calendars, calls. So we would go to the middle strike, 465, right click on the call side, hit buy, go to butterfly. Down here, what we're doing is whatever the middle strike is, you're selling 2 of those, and then you're buying 1 for every 2 you sell on the outer wings. So you are buying the outer wings, you're selling 2 of the inner wing, and you always need to make sure that it is equal weighted as far as how far you are away from the middle strike. Don't ever play an uneven or unbalanced butterfly because you could create limitless losses. As long as it's balanced, you cannot lose more than what you put in. So here's 455 on top, 465, and then 475. We match it up with our play. Right now, this is trading at only 63 cents, but it says 63 to 220 because LRCX is really illiquid. So anyway, if you wanted to analyze this trade, you would right click, hit analyze, find our tent, and let's see, this is just for 1 order. Let's get rid of, why do we have 2 orders? 1, 2, 650, what is that? Get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, so off of that 63 cents, if LRCX was to pin 465 by expiration, it pays $892.82. So as of right now where it stands, it's like a 15x play. Same thing here. The magenta line, you can go every day that we're decaying. This is working in our favor. I'm clicking right now, showing days as we're getting closer to expiration. And look at the end. The decay is nuts. Look at how crazy it moves at the last couple days. So like the day before expiration, 12:30. Yes, the day before expiration, you can get $300 a contract if it's trading near the middle strike. That's a 5x return. So this is how you can analyze these and figure out what you can make. Now, if you want more contracts, you can just hit plus here. And then for every 2 you want, you need to sell 4 for every 3. So let's say you did 10 contracts of this at 63 cents. That costs you $630. If you're a magician and know how to pin stuff, well, that $630 at expiration at the middle strike would be about $9,000, $8,928. All you need to do to make money on this play is you need to be within the zone that you set. So you set a spread from 455 to 475 on the outer wings. You're paying 63 cents for it. As long as it finishes inside of those 2 numbers, 475 to 455, minus what you paid, 63 cents. So that means you have to finish above 455.63 and below 474.37. As long as you do that, your trade is profitable. If it falls outside of that, it goes worthless. And you could cash out of this at any time. Like I said, the day before, it could be a 5x. You could take your gains then if you want. So for every contract, again, you could just hit plus minus. It sets it up for you automatically. It sets up +1, -2, +1. We're buying the 455. We're buying the 475. And in order to finance those. We're selling 2 of the middle strike, the 465s, and the most that you can lose on this trade is what you put in. And that is why we only play balanced butterflies. You don't want to get into other stuff because you can get beat up really bad. We're not going to go over all the crazy different diagonals and verticals and iron condor and this and that you can get into and have limitless losses. I'm sure, Clayton, you've heard horror stories?
Yeah.
Yeah? Dummies
Yeah.
doing that, or my favorite, selling naked puts. That's always a smart one to go
Well, no,
broke.
I always used to try to like manually do these and buy the call.
Oh, that's a
put,
pain in the ass.
Sell the yeah.
Oh
I
my
was trying
God.
to do that, and I was
Yeah.
getting fucked like 3 ways from Sunday.
Yeah, dude,
So,
you got to do this on
Don't do
Thinkorswim.
that.
Yeah, don't
Go-
do that.
Use Thinkorswim, and actually on the mobile have you ever tried to do them on the app?
I don't like using the app, but
No?
I've seen
Okay.
it now. They've updated
can
it where you
actually
can actually
go
just
hit-
hit calendar, or
hit
it says
calendar
spread. Huh?
Yeah. And you can actually just put it in those numbers the same way. You're
But
doing
you
it
can't do
right
butterflies, right, on the app, I think is what it was.
here. They've got a lot of options. I haven't really played around with it too much, but
Okay.
it does make it easy to buy these on the mobile app as well.
On the web app, you can do butterflies and on the calendars.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you just pull it down. You just change it from single to multi. That's all it is.
Yeah. So this is butterflies. All you got to do is finish in the zone. You can see these red lines here on the wings here. So as long as you finish, and then you see the price at the bottom for what is that? I can't read that. 485.97. How are we getting 485.97? No, that's okay. That's on.
That's your wing.
Yeah, that's on the purple.
Your middle
We need to
strike
look
hit.
at blue right here.
Yeah.
So 474.32. And as I move the cursor, if you look at the right here, do you see this number moving right here with me? So as I'm moving the cursor, you can see at every price. Down here's the price. Right now I'm moving it. You see 472, 471, 470. So as I move this, I can look at that number up top and it says 230.94. So that means on expiration day at the price of 471.93, this is going to be worth $230.94 from only 63 cents. That's a 400% play. As you get closer to the middle, you can see it starts increasing. If I get 467 as the final number, I make $289. And if I pin it right on the money at 465, it's so hard to get this thing to stick right on it. We'll get as close as we can, right? 460, that's close enough. We get $932.56 if we pin it right on the money. That's beautiful. Huge, huge gain. All right, does anybody have any questions about this? Because Clayton's cracking another beer and he's about to get crunked.
Oh yeah.
Let me get rid of this and delete these.
Oh, Anthony,
I was going to ask, what kind of beer is he drinking?
He's drinking Mirror Right.
Oh, okay.
Miller Lite, yeah. I changed throughout the seasons.
I changed throughout the
Coors
season.
Banquet, Coors Light, and Miller Lite.
Oh boy. Okay, we are all done here, guys. If you want to go ahead and end the meeting, Jarrett, and then I guess if you can post this whole video, if it's possible, to Trading Options 101.
Thank you all.
I'll work on it.
All right, buddy. Appreciate all you guys. Take care. Where do I go?
Recording stopped.